I want to better understand Stanley Kubrick as an artist. So I'm going to watch his entire filmography, all 13 movies. The thing is, I've already watched 10 of them. But, hear me out. That's over 17 years. I saw my first Kubrick film in 2000. That was Eyes Wide Shut when I was playing on HBO when I was 13. I didn't even know who Kubrick was. I didn't understand the importance of it. I don't think that necessarily counts. Plus, I only saw the last like hour of it and then had to keep going back and catching it because this is when TV was TV, right? Channels just played things and you were either there to watch them or you didn't see them. Streaming was not a thing. So I watched Eyes Wide Shut in a very, very weird way, usually at 2 in the morning just because I couldn't sleep. Anyway, I didn't see my second Kubrick film until 2009, and that was in film classes. And we watched 2001 A Space Odyssey, and I was like, oh, wow, this guy's really good. That's Stanley Kubrick. I was not familiar with your game. So from 2009 to 2012, I watched 2001 A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, Doctor Strangelove, Lolita, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket. I never did go back and rewatch Eyes Wide Shut, though. But that means most of my Kubrick viewing was 2009 to 2012. It's 14 years later. And while I've seen some of those movies multiple times, like I watched Full Metal Jacket last in 2016 when I was dating my now wife. She's like, I've never seen it. I was like, sit down. No, 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 sit down. We're watching it right now. And we watched it and she liked it, or at least she told me that she liked it. But I'm pretty sure she actually really did enjoy Full Metal Jacket because how could you not? It's an amazing movie. I need to ask her. But I last saw that in 2016. Barry Lyndon, I rewatched recently because of the was it the 4K or just the Blu-ray? But I rewatched it in the last year. I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey because I got a new TV and got the 4K of that, and it was fantastic. But that's all that I've watched recently. Doctor Strangelove was 2012. Lolita was 2010. Clockwork Orange, the last time I saw it was 2013. The Shining, the last time I saw it was, I guess, 5 years ago. And Fear and Desire and Killer's Kiss, I did watch this year as I was writing about them and getting started on this Kubrick project, but I figured I would turn it into a YouTube series as well. So I'm really excited to dive into this because there's a difference between watching movies over a span of time. Because if I watch Full Metal Jacket again right now and try to compare it to Doctor Strangelove, I don't remember Doctor Strangelove that well. I remember being impressed by it. I remember scenes from it. I remember thinking it's funny. I remember some shots and some of the stylistic stuff, but that's all recollection based on 12-year-old memories. I need to actually watch these things in quick succession, one right after the other, and build like that experience in my brain and seeing that comparison in real time. So watching all of these movies in less than 30 days and really having them fresh in my mind at the same time so I can confidently point out what the stylistic growth is. I mean, even seeing Fear and Desire recently and writing about it already, that's one of these movies where Kubrick is imitating, which is shocking because as somebody who had mostly seen the latter portion of Kubrick's filmography, he's leading the way, right? He feels so original, even 30 years, 40 years after that he released some of these movies. I go back and rewatch Barry Lyndon and nobody's making movies like that today. It still feels ahead of the curve. But when I go and watch Fear and Desire, that's Kubrick imitating the people around him because he was only 22 or 24 when he made that movie. And it was his first movie, so of course he's going to be imitative. How does he grow from there? Right? What's different about his next movie, Killer's Kiss? What's different about the next movie, The Killing and Paths of Glory? And when does he finally hit his stride and find his style and become Kubrick, the great, the one that most people know from the latter portion of his filmography? So that's why I'm doing this, because while I know Kubrick's films and I know his style, I don't truly understand it the way that I want to. So I'm excited to dive into all 13 of these movies, one right after the other, make some videos for you, and then share the entire experience and what I learned along the way. So if you want to be part of that and watch along or watch them all before me, by all means, I'll see you on the other side. I'd love to hear what your experience is with Kubrick's filmography right now. What's the last movie you've watched? How many of them have you watched? And are you going to watch along with me? I'm going to go in order. So I'm just starting with Fear and Desire and going chronologically through his filmography. If you want to skip around, if you just want to catch some of them along the way, by all means. But I hope some people will join me and share their experiences along the way. You can see the individual videos. I'm going to record videos for each of the films. Otherwise, you can just meet me at the last one where I talk about how I watched every Stanley Kubrick movie, and these are my thoughts. Until next time, cheers.